All right, here we are in video 3 of lesson 11. Congratulations for your hard work. And you can see we have a problem on the board. A company plans to buy 112 desks that each cost $249. Maybe they're those new desks that you can put up high and stand up and do your work, or put them down and sit down. It's a pretty expensive desk. Maybe it's fancy and made of glass. I'm not sure. Julie says that the total cost of the desks will be $25,000. Do you agree, and why? Do you agree with Julie? Well, we could start with an estimate, right? We could think about 112. That's pretty close to 100. And 249 is pretty close to 250, right? And we choose 250 because we know that it's really easy to multiply 250 times 1 and then just add the 3 zeros. Well, that looks like Julie's estimate is right on $25,000. That's a lot of money to spend on desks. All right, so let's look at our friend Toby's calculation of the total cost of the desks on our next slide. Okay, there we go. I see right away that Toby only said it's going to be $5,400. Well, guess what? Toby made a mistake. Can you find the mistake that Toby found? Let's make this Edpuzzle, okay? Find Toby's mistake and put it in Edpuzzle number 1 for this video. All right, thank you for your hard work, and I hope that you found the mistake that Toby made. Maybe you used a few different strategies to try and find that mistake, and we can see that it looks like Toby multiplied 10 times 240 twice, right? When he multiplied 100 times 240, he didn't add the extra 0 there. So this would be moved over, and we'd have 24,900 right there. That makes sense? Okay. So now what are strategies that you could use to check your work? Because, like I've been saying, you do all this hard work and you don't want to have the wrong answer just because you forgot 1 0. Okay. So what are some strategies you could use? Let's make a list here of possible strategies, and you can write these strategies in your notes. Where would be a good place to put those? Maybe let's look at lesson 11. At the end of lesson 11, right at the back of page 95, you have an empty page. That would probably be a good place to put these notes. Strategies to make sure that your answer is correct. What about if you check your partial products, right? Check your partial products. Now, in the last video, I talked about what do I mean by partial products, and here's your partial products: 495, 2,490, 2,490. And if you went through and just said to yourself, okay, 2 times 249 is 498. 1 times 10 times 249 is 2,490. Or even 10 times 200 is 2,000, right? If you just think it through for a second, 100 times 2,000, 100 times 200, yeah? Then I'm going to have 4 zeros, so that would be 20,000, not 2,000. So you might be able to catch it right there if you check your partial products, okay? Maybe 1 or 2 minutes just to go through and double check those. What if you estimate and check after multiplying, right? So you come up with an estimate of how much you think it's going to be, 25,000, like we did at the beginning. And then you say, well, I must have made a mistake because that's not 25,000. Okay, so got to check it at the end though and make sure that you know what it means. What if you do the area model to check, right? So you do it this way, you feel like it's good, but your estimate's wrong and you can't really find the answer by redoing it. So break out an area model and try it on the area model and see if your answer comes out different. It's a good idea. And then what if you switched factor order in your, where did the words go? Switched your factor order in your standard algorithm, right? Instead of 249 times 112, what if you did 112 times 249? Especially if you have the same number of digits, you know, that's like perfect. And then maybe your answer is going to be different because you're going to remember something along the way. So 4 different ways to check your work. Make sure you have them all written down. If I'm going too fast, you can pause me. Yes, pause me and write them down. I will be checking for them in your notes. Thank you for watching, and this is your last video of lesson 11. Aloha.